Hey, what is going on, guys? Sabrtooth here, back on Madden Overdrive, and today we are going to be talking all about some budget beast players. So, we're going to be going over the quarterbacks, halfbacks, and tight ends that I feel like are the most overpowered players for their price point and give you guys that bang for your buck, because right now, the high overall cards are really pricey. Now, you guys seem to really enjoy that last coin making video, so I'm super excited that you guys were able to find use out of that. I'm really happy for all the new subscribers that have been coming in, so if you guys are new, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications if you have not already, and leave a like on this video. If we could get to 250 likes, that would be amazing. Also, I'm considering making a league, so if you guys would be interested in that, I may drop a video in a couple days and you guys can start applying to the league. All you got to do to apply is just be subscribed here, probably like that video, and then follow me on Instagram. Links always in the description at Sabrtooth_YT as always. Now let's jump right into this. You guys can see I don't have too many coins right now, so I can't really afford too many of these players, but we're just going to keep going through them. Not all of these are going to be dirt cheap players. I'm going to tell you that right now. You guys are going to need some coins. So whether that's playing NFL 24/7 live events and getting those coins, turning the mics into coins, you're going to need some coins to start your team off if you don't want to just be using silvers and horrible golds. That's just the way the game works right now. So let's jump into it, and we're going to start with the quarterbacks. So these arguably could be the most expensive ones that I have on the list. All three of these guys, though, I feel like are pretty solid players. Right now, I am using Matthew Stafford, the captain, as my quarterback, so that's a free option. That is a pretty good option, in my opinion, if you want a vertical scheme QB. But the first one we're going to be talking about is 78 overall Patrick Mahomes. Now, this card I think is really solid. If we go take a look at him right now, I think there's only a few up. Yeah, only one up, or two up, actually, for 48,000 coins. Don't buy him for that. I'm sure you can get him cheaper. And if we take a look at him compared to Trubisky, who I also am going to talk about in this video, pretty similar card. A little worse speed, but very solid mid-deep play action elusiveness. And if we look at the back of the card, just overall a good throwing QB with some mobility as well at 67 speed. You're not going to be getting super high accuracies or speed out of these quarterbacks because this year the stats are just so much lower. But overall, he's got almost 70 everything, and I think this is a pretty solid card. Got a cannon for an arm as well. So next one, also vertical scheme, if that's a pretty popular one in my opinion. Next one is Trubisky himself. So Mitch Trubisky actually is a really solid card this year, and I think his 77 is his most solid one in my opinion. If we go take a look right now, they're just showing up a lot of the elite ones, but you guys can see that's who I'm rocking with. 70 speed, 80 throw power, and then over 70 or at least 70 on all the throwing stats, with 70 on the run as well as 64 elusiveness. So he's lacking a bit there, but all the throwing stats greater than or equal to 70, and 70 speed with 80 throw power. I think that's a really balanced card in my opinion, and he's done pretty well for me when I'm not playing Stafford. Last QB that I want to talk about is a little bit cheaper, but right now his price is looking pretty high as well, and this is going to be a different scheme. Going to be for the spread offense, and that is Deshaun Kaiser. So right now, there's actually only one card up for 52k. Do not buy him for that. I've sniped this card, I know, for like 15,000 coins. So just wait on it if you actually want him. But you guys can see right away, even though he's one overall lower than Trubisky, the only thing he's lacking compared to Trubisky, at least on these displayed stats, is throw accuracy deep, -2. Everything else is better. He's fast, 73 speed, good throw power, good deep, good mid. Everything is pretty solid on this card. I can't stress this enough. This is a very solid card, and if you guys can pick that up for maybe around 20 or 25k, especially if you're running spread offense, you can't go wrong with this one. Let's go over to halfback now, and we're going to start with kind of a lower one, and I need to speed this up or else this is going to be a super long video. Rashad Penny. I think this is a pretty good card. I'm just going to set this at 73 because all the cards are over 73. Rashad Penny is a pretty solid card. I think he goes for around maybe 20, yeah, about 20,000 coins right now. And you guys can see right now it's compared to my fullback, so kind of disregard that. But he's got good speed, good acceleration, and agility. He's also got decent elusiveness as well as ball carrying vision. So everything over 80 on the top row, or greater than or equal to 80 on the top row. So I think he's pretty decent budget back if you're looking for someone who is fairly elusive. Next one is going to be Javorius Allen, so I think he should show up if I just do this. Yeah, he's even on the cheaper side. This is going to be an ultra budget option for the spread offense. 81 speed, 79 acceleration, 78 agility, so a little worse there, but he is going to cost you about half the price, and he's also got better catching, I believe, than Rashad Penny did, so not a bad option if you're running spread offense. Also, you can always use the Alvin Kamara captain card if you want to do that. Next one is going to be Samaje Perine, and this is a very solid, actually, all-around back, both speed and trucking. 12K right now, you can probably get him cheaper. 78 speed, 78 strength, as well as 76 trucking. That's a really solid combo, especially for not super pricey back, and I just like his stats combination. I think it's pretty solid. Next one is going to be Sony Michel from the Patriots. Patriots, right? I swear they drafted this guy in the first round. They did. So you guys can see he's got the burners, 84 speed, 82 agility, or 82 acceleration, 83 agility. He doesn't have the greatest trucking, but elusiveness, carrying. This guy is a very solid speedy back. His price right now looks pretty high. I'm bidding on this one, so if you guys want to go bid on that one, go ahead and try. I think it's a pretty good price, especially if I can pick him up for maybe 15K. Pretty solid card there. Last one I want to talk about is going to be Aaron Jones, who is another kind of similar to Samaje Perine, but just better all around. Only one up right now, getting bid on for 29K. He's going to cost you a little bit more, but you guys can see why. With 84 speed and 79 trucking, or 76 trucking rather, everything on this card is just so solid. He's one of the faster backs out there, to be honest. That's gold. And he's got good strength, good agility, good trucking. I think this is a pretty solid card. It says he's a power back, but that 84 speed does not lie. Let's move on to the final position I wanted to talk about in this video, and it's going to be tight end. So you guys might be wondering why I didn't do wide receiver. I think there's a lot of good wide receiver options out there. I'm sure all you guys, or a lot of you guys, are going to still be rocking T.O., and also you can get that free Chris Carter. So I just didn't really feel the need right now to focus on wide receivers. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments, but I think wide receiver is a pretty cheap position at this point in the game. Let's go over the tight ends. So first one I want to talk about is going to be the cheapest one, and it's going to be Mark Andrews. So Mark Andrews is, I believe he's a rookie. I guess I didn't even know who this guy was until I saw this card. From the spread offense, what I look for in tight ends mainly is speed, height, and catching. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for. I'm not really in the business of blocking tight ends so much. I think in the kind of the meta right now, that's pretty much what you want, just mismatches from your tight end. So he's got 76 speed. I believe he's 6'5"-ish with 73 catching, 70 elusiveness, and 78 acceleration. This is a really solid option in my opinion. From 8,000 coins, you really can't go wrong with Mark Andrews, especially if you're running the spread offense. Next one I'm going to talk about, we're just going to go up from the bottom. Next one is going to be Everett. And this card is kind of similar to Mark Andrews, but just a little bit better. So he's also pretty tall as well. I can't exactly remember his height. Wish they showed on the card, because they don't. Just making sure they didn't actually. 77 speed, 77 acceleration, as well as a solid 73 catching rating. Everything on this card, besides the strength, is greater than or higher. Oh, I always mess this up. Greater than or equal to 70. So I think it's a pretty good card. Vertical scheme, a lot of people run that as well, so that's a pretty good option. These next two are going to be a little bit more expensive, but I think they're really good cards. So the first one's going to be Austin Seferian-Jenkins. I was lucky enough to snipe one of these guys for around 20,000 coins the other day. Made some decent profit on that one. But you guys can see, just look at the stats right there. Everything is greater than or equal to 73 on the back of this card. He's tall as well. I believe he's 6'5". 77 speed, 77 catching, 75 route running. I mean, this is a really, really good card. Yeah, he's going to cost you a bit more, but if you can pick him up for maybe 35K, I'd say that's such a decent buy. Really good card right here, Austin Seferian-Jenkins for the West Coast offense. And the final one from my Saints is going to be Josh Hill. So this card, I believe, is the ground and pound or smash mouth scheme. Only one up right now for 33,000 coins, and really that's not too bad of a price in my opinion. 78 tight end. He's got the speed as well. 77 speed. He's got 76 catching, 74 route running with 76 catching in traffic. He's also 6'5", but the thing about him is you can't actually see because they're hidden stats, but his blocking is really not too shabby. He's got, I think, probably 5 or 10 on each stat compared to Safarian Jenkins. So Jenkins might be a little bit better on some of these stats that you can see here, but some of his blocking and some of the hidden stats are actually superior to that of Austin Safarian Jenkins. So pretty decent card here in my opinion. You really can't go wrong with either of these guys, but clearly Josh Hill is a little bit cheaper. So if you're running the Smash Mouth offense, this is a very solid option for you guys. That's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys learned something from that. Go pick up some of these cards if you're lacking at any of those positions. Hopefully you guys have enough coins to pick them up. If you don't, go ahead and check out my coin making video I dropped 2 days ago. Thank you so much for checking out that video. That's almost got 10,000 views, which is really not too bad at all considering kind of where Madden Overdrive is at right now. Thank you guys once again. If you've not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and I will catch you guys later. Go pick up these cards, have some fun playing the game, and hopefully you guys, I don't even know what I'm going to say. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Peace.